Ubisoft's interesting auto chess and battle royale hybrid, Might and Magic Chess Royale, has now arrived on iOS and Android. At its heart, the game is a 100-player auto battler set in the fantasy universe of Might and Magic. While it may be an interesting mix of two incredibly popular genres, there's no doubt it's still launching to some very stiff competition in Dota Underlords, Chess Rush, and auto chess itself. Might and Magic Chess Royale changes enough small things about the auto chess genre to make it one of the best entries in the genre, if not the best. Chess Royale retains the simplicity of the best auto chess titles, while introducing a number of its own ideas. The game is said to be optimized for quick 10-minute matches, perfect for on-the-go play. The Battle Royale elements do appear to take a bit of a backseat to the usual team development and unit selection of auto chess. And there are a number of balancing issues that will likely be resolved in due time, such as high-powered units not being particularly necessary. But besides these few small grievances, Chess Royale sounds like a grand time for fans of the genre or those just starting out. If you're interested in giving it a go, you'll find Might and Magic Chess Royale available for download now as a free-to-play title from both the App Store and Google Play. Red and Blue is an upcoming card strategy game from Brilliant Games and Hex Entertainment, developer of Hex Shards of Fate. It's described as a groundbreaking strategy game that will shake the foundations of the genre, which is certainly a big claim. A typical match sees two players going up against one another using creatures, spells, and magical artifacts. But Red and Blue is said to offer new layers of strategic depth through its focus on area-based gameplay. Your board is split into 3 divided areas where you'll be able to position troops separately. If you want to reach the hero, you're going to have to overcome your rival's defenses within that area. As the match progresses, you'll be able to upgrade your areas to, for example, withstand more damage. Traps can also be placed strategically around the environment to get an edge on your opponent. At launch, there will be over 750 cards to collect, 12 races of creature to do battle with, as well as tons of traps, artifacts, and spells. You can seemingly expect a great number of choices to make when it comes to honing your deck and devising your very own playstyle. The possibilities are simply infinite. Red and Blue is set to launch for iOS and Android in Q2 2020. It sounds fairly promising, though it will certainly face a lot of stiff competition in the mobile card game space. Monster Hunter Riders is an upcoming RPG from Capcom, heading for iOS and Android in Japan this year. Monster Hunter is a fairly popular series, and other mobile games based on the franchise have received Western releases such as Monster Hunter Stories, so it seems likely it will eventually become available over here. The story is set on a continent called Feldra where monsters and humans live together, meaning you'll be able to raise several monsters you'll be familiar with if you're a long-time fan of the series. From there you'll form a team of riders and monsters that you'll take into battle. Given that this will be a free-to-play game, it's reasonable to assume new riders will be obtained through some kind of gacha system. It looks to be a very good-looking game, as you can see from the trailer above. There will several different biomes you can explore, such as thick forests, deserts, and snowy mountains. The cast of characters are all very colorful too, and the battle effects and animations are all very flamboyantly presented. Monster Hunter Riders will be available on the App Store and Google Play in Japan later this year, and if you happen to be from there, you can pre-register now too. It will be a free-to-play game with in-app purchases. G.I. Joe War on Cobra, the latest mobile strategy offering from developer Emerald City Games, is now available for both Android and iOS devices. This is a multiplayer strategy title that's based on the popular animated TV series G.I. Joe. In War on Cobra, you will not only control the characters, but also fleets of vehicles spanning across land, air, and sea. Meanwhile, if you find yourself aligning more with the villains, then you will probably be pleased to know that you can join Team Cobra to attempt to eliminate the Joes. Some of the characters that you will have at your disposal are Cobra Commander, Duke, Baroness, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Roadblock, Storm Shadow, and Destro. The developer also promises to add a lot more in the next couple of weeks as well, so if your favorite isn't available at the moment, be sure to keep an eye out as they might arrive later. Once you've gathered your team, be they heroes or villains, you can put your skills to the test against other players in PvP battles to try and climb up the leaderboard. Be sure to equip yourself with a balanced combination of armed troops, heavy artillery, turrets, and sea mines to be able to deal with any situation. According to the developer, the Joes and the Cobra will have different units and buildings, so the faction you pick will have an impact on your playstyle. As a result, don't hesitate to experiment around to find the one that suits you most. G.I. Joe War on Cobra is currently available on both Google Play and the App Store, as a free-to-play game with in-app purchases included. Space Grunts 2, a sequel to the acclaimed roguelike title Space Grunts from developer Orange Pixel, was released last month, but it was only for iOS at the time. If you have an Android device instead and have been feeling a little bit left out, then you'll probably be glad to know that the game is now available for pre-registration on Google Play. No exact release date for Android is confirmed at the moment, however. All we know so far is that the game is coming soon. Space Grunts 2 is a different game compared to its predecessor. More specifically, it has ditched the turn-based battles in favor of deck building instead. This adds a whole new level of depth to the planning process, as previously you only had to choose between 3 weapons, and everything else was mainly about choosing the appropriate moves. With a constantly evolving deck to build throughout the game, you'll have more options in every encounter. Some cards will provide AoE damage to help you deal with several foes at the same time, while others can offer defensive stats to make incoming blows less devastating. Aside from that, there are cards whose function is simply to create noise to distract enemies or lure them to a certain location, allowing you to ambush them or simply sneak past them. The game also rewards you for exploring every nook and cranny of its levels, instead of just rushing straight to the exit. The numerous secret paths hidden around the corners might contain rare cards that will increase the power of your deck by a large margin. Space Grunts 2 is now up for pre-registration on Google Play, with a release date expected to be soon. Bleach Immortal Soul is an upcoming turn-based, hero-collecting RPG for iOS and Android, based on the popular anime series. In this RPG, players will create a team of characters from the show, and then use it to defend Karakura Town. It'll be a hero-collecting gacha game then, which is the form anime games often take when they pop up on mobile. The likes of Toshiro Hitsugaya, Rukia Kichiki and others will be unlocked through a variety of missions, recruitment and through different daily events. You'll also be able to upgrade their stats and the different gear you'll need to equip them with to increase their power level. Battles themselves play out as a mixture of turn-based strategy with some quick-time events thrown in. Based on the description on the game store listing, this sounds similar to the type of system you'd find in Paper Mario or South Park: The Stick of Truth, as a more modern example, where you'll have to react to various quick-time events for increased damage, or to simply ensure your attack lands in the first place. Beyond that, players will be able to team up with other people around the world to tackle bosses together. In-game, these will be referred to as squads, and will present players with an opportunity to earn additional rewards by increasing their squad's ranking and power level. Bleach Immortal Soul is available to pre-order now over on the App Store and Google Play Store, and will be released on 10th March. Kickstarter card game Epic Digital will launch February 18 on Android. You can collect all cards and sets for free, and build any deck you want. Epic Card Game Digital is a fast-paced card game of fantasy combat. It has all the amazing gameplay and beautiful art of a digital trading card game, but instead of having to chase down hard-to-find cards with each set release, you get unlimited copies of every card for one low price. The only purchases include cosmetics, extra deck slots, and competitive play. That makes it one of, if not the, most free-to-play friendly card games ever. It offers a single-player campaign, online multiplayer, a practice mode against AI, and a deck builder. There's plenty of content on offer here considering it's entirely free. Summoner's War is making a big comeback this year, with a brand new sequel set 70 years after the events of the original. This time it's a full-blown MMORPG though, rather than a gacha RPG. You'll pick from one of 3 different characters and battle your way through real-time battles. The summoning system isn't going anywhere though. You can bring a team of 3 characters into battle, and each character can, in turn, summon 3 monsters. Characters can share summoned monsters and resources, allowing players to make strategic choices for diversified gameplay. The gameplay images also feature multiple players attacking the boss monster by using their summoned monsters in the raid field. Summoner's War Chronicles will launch in the second half of 2020, which is basically any time from July onwards.